Okay, hello and good afternoon, everybody. This is Lou Tenor. Welcome you to a rainy Saturday here in New Jersey. Welcome to the Enhanced Sports Show. Remember, the number to call is 512-543-4662. Whoops. 512-543-4662. Just a second, guys, while I do the introductions, then I'll bring it in. So don't leave yet. Okay, just to be sure. Well, we got a lot to cover, of course. It's also the beginning of the month, so that means we do our standings and our sports calendar events. October, yeah, if you like championship moments, yeah, we've got some. Of course, the baseball playoffs are going on right now as we speak, and we'll get to that. We'll get to that in a little while, of course. We also have the league championship and World Series coming up at the end of the month. NHL and NBA regular season begins. Actually, the NHL season begins in 3 days, and the NBA season begins in about 2.5 weeks, and the WNBA finals begin tomorrow. Those of you with special interest, of course. Don't forget to check us out on YouTube. Just go to YouTube, type in the Enhanced Sports Show, and you'll see the show in its entirety. All right, so now I'll bring everybody in. I'll start with Steve, of course. Steve, he's here. All right, Taylor's here, I think. Steve, the other Steve, of course. Steve Kent. All right, Diane, Matt, Mike, Mike, and David, right? Yeah, from Indiana, Pennsylvania. Okay. Before I also begin, I want to wish a special happy birthday to our one and only here. You know her. She's been on the show many times over the years. My better half, Diane Testa. Happy birthday, Di. Even though I'm a few days late, but happy birthday. Yes, yes. We actually celebrated her birthday this afternoon. So, but I was lucky to get back here on time. All right, so let's wrap up the baseball standings as follows. The East, we finished up with the Orioles, 101-61. Not bad for a team that lost 100 plus games the last 2 seasons. The Rays, they got the wild card, 99-63. The Blue Jays got in at 89-73, but they're now out. Thank you. Yankees finished a respectable 82-80, and the Red Sox 78 and 84. Oof. All right. The only team that was decent in the Central, the Twins at 87 and 75. Everybody else in the division was below 500. That's why it's called the AL Comedy Central. Right, Taylor? Yep, exactly. The Tigers, not terrible, but not exactly great either at 78 and 84. It's better than they have done. Guardians, yeah, that's not bad for them. Guardians or the Gargoyles, however you prefer it, 76 and 86. The White Sox, a major disappointment at 61 and 101. And whatever happened to the Royals, 56 and 106 to end that season. Just think, 8 years ago, they were in the World Series. Times have changed. All right, interesting here. The Astros and the Rangers finished up 90 and 72, but the Rangers had themselves the wild card after losing in head-to-head matches with the Astros. That's why they got the wild card. But still, they're still in the playoffs. Mariners, yeah, despite the fact of 88 and 74, they didn't make it, even though it was a respectable record. Angels, disappointing, even though with Ohtani, 73 and 89. What a shame. And the A's, of course, are the A's, 50 and 112. Wow. Didn't break the record of the Mets, but was pretty bad in its own right. Oof. Okay, Braves, yep, they have the best overall record, period, 104 and 58. Phillies, they made it 90 and 72. The Marlins, even though they're out now, the playoffs are 84 and 78. The Mets, disappointing 75 and 87. And Buck Showalter is out the door. And the Nationals, 71 and 91. Oh boy. In the Central, the Brewers finished 92 and 70. Everybody else was eliminated. The Cubs, 83 and 79, despite that good record. Reds, 82 and 80, also a good record, but not enough to get in. Pirates, a disappointment at 76 and 86, despite a good start in April. And the Cardinals, 71 and 91. Wow. And finally in the West, the Dodgers, 162. D-backs, 84 and 78. Padres were eliminated at 82 and 80. Good effort, though. The Giants finished down the stretch in a bad way, 79 and 83. And the Rockies fall off a cliff at 59 and 103. Okay. You get the general idea on that. All right. So why don't we look up now at the matches here that we're going through right now, and let's see what happens here. Right now, there's a game of progress as the Texas Rangers are up over the Orioles 3-1. There's runners on first and second with 2 outs. I don't know, but I think it's probably Baltimore's series to win. This is their best season in 40 years, and they have shown why. They have gotten to where they are. I mean, it wasn't long ago that Baltimore was still a national joke, as we all know, and they have just poured it on. I mean, new management, not to mention good picks from the draft, your minor league system. It all adds up, guys. And I think that's how they were managed to get, to where they are, winning 100 games a season after being in the basement for so long. So, what do we make of this series between Baltimore and the Rangers? Steve Davidson, I'll start that with you. Yeah. Devil Rays, but the thing with Devil Rays, they're getting a lot of injuries, as well down the stretch. And I think that's what hurt them pretty much because you can't go into a playoff series, looking like a train wreck and think you're gonna pull it out. I mean, that's very hard to do. And, injuries were coming down towards the stretch of the end of the season, and it's really going to hurt you down the end with that. So that's probably one reason why they lost to begin with. I mean, they put up a good fight, and I thought maybe when they started at 13-0 at the start of the season, I thought, yeah, it was going to be a runaway um for Tampa Bay, and no one was going to catch them. But then injuries piled up, trades that could be a factor as well, and it did them in, and now they're out. just like that. They're just Alquist. Just I was like baffled by it. How could this have happened? Yeah. Okay, and we'll take care of some other news that some people want to know within the next hour. So I was kind of surprised that how they just collapsed like that so quickly. But now they're out and the Rangers are in. All right. So Steve Kent, your thoughts on this first series? Yes. Ah, yes. Sure. Yes. That's another thing. Like I said, right. Okay. All right. Uh, Matt, your thoughts, and welcome back. David? Yeah. Hmm. All right. Okay. Mike? Yeah, they are. Yeah, you're right. It's a little bit surprising, I think. You're right. I thought the Orioles might have done some more damage. But hey, Orioles are good at home and they can come back very easily. They've done it before. Oh boy, that's what worries me about this team. Okay. I have ties to Texas, so yeah, well your thoughts on this first series. No. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Kind of surprising. A little yes. But when you lose that first game at yeah, but when you lose that first game at home, I mean, it kind of turns the tide a bit. I've seen it happen before where the home team loses the first game, and sometimes they come back from it, but sometimes they don't. So I might be watching this series very carefully. Yeah. Okay. So moving on. As for the next series, um, Bailey Uber will start for the Twins in Game One of the ALDS as they face the Astros as they face Justin Verlander. Okay. Orbit finished the regular season at 8-6 with a 3.3 ERA and 26 starts, but he was sent down to AAA for a month before returning to the Twins on the 13th of last month. He was strong in his return, finishing 2-0 with a 2.8 ERA in his last four starts. This is his first postseason start, as he was not on the roster for the wild card series. Verlander, who is an old pro, will make his 35th postseason start after returning to the Astros after being in a trade involved with the Mets in midseason. Mike, I hate to say it, but I think if they would have kept Verlander, the Mets would be doing a lot better than they are now. No offense. Uh, okay. Anyway, Ober was 13-8 with a 3.22 ERA this season, 27 starts. Verlander is a three-time Cy Young winner, 7-3 with a 3.31 ERA and 11 starts for the Astros after the trade. And the Astros will start Framber Valdez in Game 2. The Twins for Game 2 start was not announced yet. Okay, so as we go right along here, what do we make of the Twins and the Astros series? Steve Davidson, I'll start that with you. You gotta wait 40. You gotta wait 45 minutes. Steve Kent, Steve Kent, are you there? Jimmy's here. Ooh. Uh, yeah. Aha. Wow. All right, Jimmy. Sure. Sure. Rocco Baldelli. Yeah. No. No. Okay. By the way, I know you can't see. It has like a new look to this show here with everything all lined up. It kind of looks like a board of the Hollywood Squares because we're all lined up together. Oh my goodness, you should see this. All right, never mind. Matt, your thoughts on this series here? Okay, yeah, David. Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay, Diane. Yeah, your thoughts on this series here between the Twins and Astros. Okay. Tell Mike to come back if you can. All right. Uh, oh yeah. Okay. Okay, Mike. Mike. Your thoughts on the Twins and Astros? Yeah, it should be. I'm afraid. I'm afraid you're right. Yuck. You know how I feel about the Astros. Jimmy, I didn't get your thoughts. Give me your thoughts on the Rangers and Orioles and the Twins and Astros. Ooh, ooh. Yes. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, Taylor, your thoughts. Yeah. Long time ago. Yes. Yes. Oops. All right. Okay. Okay. Gotta move a little bit quickly, guys, because we only got, till just a little bit before 6. So gotta keep line going. All right. So between the Phillies and the Braves, got a good pitching matchup here too. Suarez versus Strider. Steve Davidson, I'll start with you. By the way, it's now Rangers 3-2 over the Orioles at the end of sixth. Okay, Steve, your thoughts on the series between Braves and the Phillies? Okay, Steve Kent. Yes. No. Right. Yes. They are. Yes. Sorry. Exactly, especially last year. Uh, yeah, I wouldn't rule it out either. David. Oh yeah. Mhm. Mike. Yes. Diane, your thoughts on the series? Taylor. Hmm. Yeah, try to control that, guys. All right, and Jimmy, did I get your thoughts yet or no? Right. Yes. You're right. Yeah. Okay. No. Okay. And finally, the D-backs versus the Dodgers, and we have a good matchup here with the first game. Merrill Kelly versus Clayton Kershaw. Oh, okay. This is going to be good now. Steve Davidson, your thoughts on this one? This should be good. D-backs and Dodgers. Steve Kent. Right. Uh, yeah. David. Yes. Okay. And by the way, the D-backs catcher Gabriel Moreno was in the head with a backswing. Is not in concussion protocol and is expected to be in lineup against tonight in Game One. How about that? He tested over and over again the past few days and continues to improve and shows no symptoms at all whatsoever, said by Troy Lavella of the manager. I will know in the next 18 hours, meaning yesterday, we would make a change. See, we'll make a change as a starting catcher. But for now, he is our starting catcher. How about that? In the head, and he's still going to be in the lineup anyway. That takes courage. So just give a heads up on that one. Uh, Jimmy, your thoughts on the series? Oh, yeah, yes. Mike, Diane, and Dave. I didn't get you yet. No, uh, David. Yeah, Dodgers or D-backs. Really got upset here. I'm gonna say, no, yeah. Speak up. If you got something to say, okay, guys. Just speak up. I'm gonna give the Dodgers four. I think maybe the D-backs will win one game, but I don't see an upset coming. But to each his own. Right. So, and by this time next week, AL NL Championship Series. So keep your eyes on this, guys. And it's still three. No, no, it's okay. That's okay. No harm done. Yeah, we don't hold that against you. All right. So moving on. All right. And we'll get this. Marlins ace pitcher Sandy Alcantara, the defending NL Cy Young winner, is going to miss all of next season. Oof. After undergoing, Tommy John surgery to repair the UCL in his right elbow. Not good. He said, I gave the game all I got. I promise I will not take a day off as I promise to push and push and be back better than ever. I will certainly miss pitching, but I plan to be around the team as much as possible. He wrote that in Instagram post. I am confident that my teammates will hold down the fort while giving my support. He started to experience discomfort in his arm against the Nationals on September 3rd, where he pitched 8 innings. The injury was first ruled just a forearm strain, but then diagnosed as a UCL sprain, which is much more serious. And the injury usually requires Tommy John ligament replacement surgery. His timeline for return was unknown as he hoped to rejoin the team, the Marlins, for a late season playoff push, which is now, well, over. He then experienced forearm tightness following a rehab out in Jacksonville on the 21st of last month, and that abruptly ended his season. In 28 starts, he posted a 4.14 ERA, pitched 3 complete games. The right-hander, however, did finish dismal with a 7-12 record in 184 innings with 151 strikeouts and 48 walks. The Marlins did make the postseason as the second wildcard team, but were swept by the Phillies in 2 games. Gotta be a tough break though when you're gonna be. That's gotta be a tough break though when you lose your pitcher for an entire season, to ACL. Ugh. Doesn't look good for the Marlins next year. Wait, yeah, hold it. Wait till I call your name, guys. Wait till I call your name. All right, Jimmy. Your thoughts on that? Then it's a bummer. Yeah, yeah. Mm, yeah. All right, Steve Davidson, your thoughts on Alcantara missing all of next season? Oof. Yeah, yeah, yes, yeah. Steve Kent, you can say that again. Yes. Oh, Alcantara. Yes. David. Yeah. Um, yeah. Yes. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Right. 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 Yes. Okay. Mm. Yes. Right. I'd like to welcome Alex as he just joined in. Alex, your thoughts on Alcantara missing the rest of next season? Yeah. Okay. Oh, yes. Yes. Okay. Yes, it is. All right. Hang on a second, Roger. I'll get to you in a minute. Mike, your thoughts on that, Alcantara? He, he just went on. Yeah. Diane. Plain and simple. Right. Yeah, you might say it now. Matt, did I get your thoughts? Yeah. Yeah. Nope. Nope. Yes. Right. Okay, Taylor. Alcat- Alcantara is done for this for next season. So what's this mean for the Marlins? Done for next season. Yeah, completely. Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. Okay. Roger, your thoughts on Alcantara? Alcantara, yes, Alcantara. Yep. Hmm. Right. That's the problem. Okay. Oh, other matchups. Kyle Brandish is starting game one against is starting with the Orioles against the Rangers as we speak. Orioles manager Brandon Hyde said that Grayson Rodriguez will start game two, and this will be the first postseason start for both pitchers. Oh boy, that's got to be something. Brandish was 12-7 with a 2.7 ERA in his second major league season. His ERA was the lowest by an Orioles starter since Mike Mussina way back in 1992. Oh boy, with a 2.54 ERA. He pitched some meaningful games down the stretch, said Hyde. We have a lot of confidence as game one begins. Brandish is excited by getting the ball for game one, which is their first playoff series in 7 years. Orioles finished with 101-61 this season and won the AL East. Not bad for a team that lost 110 games only 2 years ago. It's amazing how they have turned their fortunes around in just a short amount of time, guys, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, but to turn around that quick, I mean, that's something, right? All right, for you, turning to football for now. Raiders quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo, or some know him as Jimmy G, has clear concussion protocol and will start against the Packers on Monday night. Lots of ruck. Uh, Garoppolo suffered concussion during a Week 3 loss to the Steelers, but stayed in the game anyway. But he did miss last week's loss against the Chargers. Some of the doctors came in and grabbed me from the game. The evaluation came, and everything happened just like that. But rules are rules. It's part of the game. The G-Man said in his first interview since before the Steelers game, protocol is what it is. Well, safety first, people. He signed a 3-year deal worth $72 gazillion, 72 million, sorry, with the Raiders in March and underwent surgery on his left foot shortly after that. He practiced in limited fashion twice this week, but did not travel with the team to Las Vegas. He was limited in practice on Thursday, but was in full practice yesterday. Garoppolo has passed for 709 yards and completed 68% of his passes for 5 touchdowns in 3 games, and is tied for the league interceptions with 6. All right, Steve Danson, your thoughts on Jimmy G, and he's still going to be in there. He's still hanging around. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Um, yeah, right. Wow. Okay, Steve Kent. Yeah, Yes. 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 Mhm. Starting to teeter off a bit. I understand, yes. Uh, Matt. Okay. David. Yeah. Yes. All right. Taylor. Yeah. Right. Alex. Yeah. Yes. Right. Good. Roger. Yeah. Mike. Yeah. Diane. Mm. And Jimmy. Yeah. No. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Okay, before we go on anything else, Diane, any trivia notes? Of course. Okay. I think it was Koufax. 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 Sandy Koufax. Yeah. Okay, I have. Okay. Anything else? June 12th, 1970. I think it was a no hitter on L when he was on LSD. Yeah. Chicago White Sox. Chicago White Sox. The Bo Sox scandal called the Bo, and was the inspiration for the movie called Eight Men Out. Yep. All right, Steve. And they're on. Yep, I knew that. Yep. Like I said, Black Sox scandal. Bo Sox, but that's a true story. Yep. Well, I did. Steve, anything in the UFC? Oh, I knew that. Famous story. Okay, Steve, anything in the UFC WWE department? Steve. Okay. Yes, thank you. See, I told you. Yeah. We know. Yeah. Yes. Okay. That's all you got, Steve? Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Okay. And I'll get to some other baseball. Okay. Well, we have a tragic. Yes. Yes. Okay. We have a, yeah. It's okay. It's okay. All right. Well, Jet fans, we got some more bad news as cornerback. I said cornerback, not quarterback now. Cornerback DJ Reed was ruled out for tomorrow's game against, well, not with a concussion, meaning he'll be out. They'll be without two of the top three cornerbacks against the Broncos, who have no defense whatsoever. Previous dimeback Braden Equalis, who suffered a hamstring injury, was declared out of the game and forced head coach Robert Saw to change up his secondary in what looms as a must-win for the Jets, who are now 1-3 and dropped three in a row. Seldom used corner Bryce Hall, a 2020 pick, who started in 24 games in the last two seasons, now becomes a key player. Salah would not discuss his revamped lineup, but figures the top three corners would be Michael Carter Jr. and Hall, and everybody's favorite name, Sauce Gardner. Gotta have the sauce. Sale did not rule out using Carter, used exclusively in the slot. He's kind of new. Reed spot on the outside. Whatever we do, what we have to do to win a football game. That's what Salah said. The Jets also list Justin Hardy as a quarterback, but he only plays on special teams. They will probably have to elevate a cornerback from the practice squad for tomorrow's game. Your thoughts on this? And it's kind of tough in the cornerback position now. They better. Roger, your thoughts on the Jets now missing another cornerback? Yeah, yeah. Just we couldn't get any worse for the Jets. Now we got this problem, right, Jimmy? Jimmy? Yeah. Yeah. Yes. No. Yes. Alex, your thoughts? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Steve. On. All right. All right. Steve Kent. Go ahead, Steve Kent. Huh. Yeah. Both are 1-3. Both are 1-3. Right. Yes. Right. Yes. Right. Oh yeah. Right. All right. All right, Steve. Go ahead. Yeah. I meant about the Jets. I meant about the Jets, Steve. Well, Jets. Steve. We're talking. Steve, wait a minute. We're talking about the Jets. We're talking about the Jets right now. You could say that again. You might. Right. Matt. Okay. David. You guys are playing Denver. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Okay. Yeah. We got to speed up, guys. We got to speed up a bit. 5 minute. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. 5 minute rule, guys. Remember, 5 minute rule, so we can get everything done. Yeah. I mean, it just every time the Jets seem that something's going right in the direction, something else goes wrong. What a shock! And the Dolphins traded for Bears wide receiver Chase Claypool and placed left tackle Taron Amistad on the injured reserve list for the Dolphins. And they sent a 2025 sixth-round pick to the Bears for Claypool, and a seventh pick. The trade comes after a week after the Dolphins placed wide receivers River Carcraft and Eric Eczema on the non-football injury list, respectively. Though head coach Mike McDaniel said he was not really looking forward to someone playing at that position. When Claypool was made available by the Bears, McDaniel and Dolphins GM Chris Greer believed it was an opportunity to improve the team. Ah, yeah, sure. Claypool spent less than a year with the Bears, who traded a second round pick to the Steelers on November 1st to get him. He ended up playing 10 games with the Bears over 2 seasons and had 18 receptions for 191 yards and a touchdown. The Bears would be saving 2.2 million against the cap by trading Claypool. Dumping such a harsh word. Uh, yeah. Any thoughts on that, guys? But keep them quick. Yeah, but don't say that from my brother. Oh boy. No, he's a Bears fan, unfortunately. Yeah. But I wouldn't even give him that much time. I wouldn't give him that much time. I'd give him a year. Tops. All right. Before we move on okay. Oh, that's true. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. And Aaron Rodgers did show up at the game last week against the Chiefs. No, he didn't play, but he was um at the arena and hopefully trying to give some encouragement to their younger quarterback. Well, it was a good effort. They were down 17-0, but they made a game of it. Unfortunately, just came up a little bit short. So it was a good effort, but still, nobody was really expecting a win. But Zach Wilson made a good effort though, and I think he's going to have another good effort against the Broncos tomorrow. Because, like I said before, the Broncos have absolutely no defense whatsoever, and you can't a little bit, and you can't win without defense, as everybody knows, right, guys? Right. All right. So now that we're on the subject of football, I want everybody to grade their teams and see what they deserve. So, Steve, you're a Commanders fan, right? Grade your team. A, a D. Okay. All right. I'll go in order. I'll go in order. David, D minus. Oof. Steve Kent. Right. Right. D. 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 Yeah. Uh-huh. Hold on, Di. Right. He, yeah. All right, Di. And you're a Bills fan. Why would you grade them? I think you give them a little more credit than that. I would say about a B plus. They're doing well. Yeah. All right. What's doing again? Okay, Taylor, how would you grade your Lions? Hold on. Hold on. Taylor, how would you grade your Detroit Lions? Okay. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Right. Yeah, did him injury. Yeah, I heard. Jimmy, right. That's a plus. Jimmy, your thoughts. Jimmy, your thoughts on your team. Yeah. Tear off. To tear off, right. David, your thoughts on your team. Who are you a fan of, by the way? I forgot. Okay. Grade your team. Ooh, yeah, yeah. I think you're right. Right. Matt. Okay. Right. Yes, that's true. Uh Steelers. All right. Yeah. All right, Roger. Oh, sorry, Browns. Roger. Your team. Which football team you follow the most, and give it a grade. Good. Yeah. No, they're not. Uh, let's see. I think I missed somebody. Uh, Mike. Yeah. Your thoughts. Mm. Now we're in trouble. Now you're in trouble. Yeah. Right. And Alex. Okay. Okay. All right. So here we go with the standings. Let's show you this a little bit earlier. All right. In the AFC East, the Bills and Dolphins are tied at 3-1. The Patriots and Jets are 1-3. This is not Tom Brady's team anymore, folks. Okay, the North in the AFC, the Ravens are 3-1. The Steelers and Browns are 2-2, and the Bengals are 1-3. We got a log jam in the South, as all four teams, the Colts, the Texans, the Jaguars, and the Titans, are all 2-2. How about that? In the West, the Chiefs are 3-1. The Chargers are 2-2, and the Raiders and Broncos are 1-3. That's the AFC. Now for the NFC. Philadelphia Eagles, 4-0. Happy Jimmy? Okay. Cowboys 3-1. Cowboys are 3-1. Not bad. Rebounded from that loss a few weeks ago. Commanders 2-3, and the Giants 1-3. Oh, sorry, guys. To the north. Hey, Terry, gotta like this. The Lions 3-1 in first place. Packers right behind them at 2-2. Vikings are 1-3. And thanks to that win on Thursday night, the Bears are now a pathetic 1-4. Sorry. All right, to the south, the Bucks 3-1, the Falcons 2-2, as well as the Aints. I mean the Saints, and the Panthers are 0-4. Oh boy! And finally, in the AFC West, the 49ers are 4-0, the Seahawks are 3-1, the Rams are 2-2, and the Cardinals are 1-3. So that's why I wanted to ask you how would you grade your team is because we reached that one quarter mark of the season, and I always like to give my thoughts on that as we now reach that point. You guys get the picture. You guys have known me who have followed the show for quite a while. You know how we do it. Or should I say one the other way? This is how we do it. Oh no. Okay. Ugh, now I'm showing my age for sure. All right. Yeah. Okay. Saints quarterback Derek Carr was inactive for last Sunday's game against the Bucks after sprinting and joining his right shoulder last week. Oh boy. He was listed as questionable with a strong shoulder, an injury he sustained against the Packers. Carr left the game in the third quarter to get X-rays and did not return. Yeah. Carr said earlier this week that his playing time would depend on how functional he would be, and obviously he wasn't. Oh dear. When you get injuries like that, that's a big problem. And Deshaun Watson was ruled out of last week's game with a right shoulder injury. Watson was throwing early on Sunday morning in pregame warmups for the Browns before officials said the decision, sorry, you're not playing. Yeah, well, when you get injuries like that, you're in trouble. All right. And the Marlins, well, yeah, they made it to the playoffs, but fizzled out. Jazz Chisholm Jr. hit his 19th home run of the season last week, and Josh Bell delivered a late two-run double in the eighth and claimed their fourth playoff berth in their history. The Marlins clinched one of the last two NL spots in the wildcard race last week, behind Chisholm's drive. A bit locked down performance by a bullpen that was with a sizable shade of the workload. The Marlins started the day with the match number 3 and was cut down to 1 last week. And Tom Scott closed it out with his 12th save of the year as he struck out the side in the ninth, and the fans went bananas. And why shouldn't they? You clinch a playoff spot, you should be happy. And for the yeah, oh, we'll explain another time, folks. All right, Mike. Well, here are the bad news for your Mets. For the 5th time in 6 seasons, the Mets are going to be looking for a new manager. As I said, the book Showalter, you fired. I was fired on Sunday after a subpar season as, as the major's highest spending team stumbled out of contention by mid-season. Showalter said before the finale against the Phillies that he will not return to the Mets. And a few minutes later, the Mets decided to make a change. They entered the last game of the season at 74 and 86, 29 and a half games behind the Braves. Showalter, I was honored to manage a second New York team. I was proud of the Mets for the work they have done. We managed to win close to 180 games in 2 seasons combined, especially last season. As much fun as I had in the game. It reminded me of how much I love this kind of work. He said an emotional farewell. The Showalter also managed the Yankees from 1992 to 1995, if you remember that. Showalter managed the Mets for one final time at Citi Field on Sunday, although it was flamed and ugly over there. The Mets are expected to announce Dave Stearns as president of operations above Billy Epler, which he has now done. So he has now taken over that department. Showalter's still up, though, with 1 year in his contract. Okay, Mike, your thoughts on the departure of Uncle Buck? You're right. Absolutely. Absolutely. Right. Yeah, it does hurt a bit. Yeah. Anyone else have any thoughts? We'll get to that. We'll get to that. We'll get to that in a little bit. We'll get to that in a little bit. Uh, all right, Greg, your thoughts on the Ryder Cup? Okay. Uh-oh. Yeah. Right. Right. Yeah. That's true. That's true. Right. Oh. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Huh. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. Gotta keep it short though. Gotta keep it short. Because we got another caller here. Name was not announced, but would you state your name for the record, please? Hello, hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is the man who brought me here in the first place, Kevin Dixon. Kevin, it's nice to hear from you. Okay, we're going to do our college football picks now and pros. So, everybody ready? Okay, we're gonna start with Friday. We're gonna start with the Friday matchup because that's the first of the ranked teams. So we're gonna start with number 24 Fresno State against Utah State. I'll repeat that again: Fresno State versus Utah State. Uh, all right, wait, Steve, you first. All right, Diane, David, Taylor, Jimmy, Roger, Matt, and Kevin. Fresno State against Utah State. Me? Okay, Mike. Ooh, an upset. I'm going Fresno State, though. All right. For Saturday, we have as follows: number 5, Florida State against Syracuse. Okay, Steve. Mike. He's a homegrown fan, man. David. Taylor. Jimmy. Diane. Matt. Roger. And Kevin. Florida State it is. All right. Moving along. Ooh, good matchup here. Number 14, North Carolina versus number 17, Miami. Steve. All right, Mike. Ooh, okay. Diane. All right, Taylor. Jimmy. I thought so. Yeah. All right, Matt. Roger. Kevin. I'm gonna go with Miami. I think on this one. Tough choice though. Okay. Another good matchup here, guys. Number 20 Kentucky against number 21 Missouri, or Missouri, as the case may be. Steve. Mike. Diane. David. Taylor. Jimmy. Matt. Roger. And Kevin. Yeah, I think I'm going Missouri too on that one. Okay, another good matchup here. Number 23, LSU versus Auburn. Steve. All right, Mike. Diane. Taylor. Jimmy. Matt. Roger. Kevin. Tigers is. Okay, this one should be a lapper. Ready for this, guys? Number one, Georgia against, Vanderbilt. Okay, is there anybody here who thinks that Vanderbilt's going to win this game? I vote no. Anyone else? All together? No, okay. I'll take those odds. I'll take the odds. There's no upset. Okay. Number two, Michigan versus Indiana. Steve. Mike. Diane. Jimmy. Taylor. Matt. Roger. Kevin. Wolverines it is. Yes, I agree. All right. Number four, the Ohio State versus Purdue. Sorry, I said that. Steve. Sorry. Mike. Diane. She takes after me. Jimmy. Taylor. All right. Matt. Roger. Kevin. Upset here. Okay. No, it's Indiana. It's Indiana, Michigan, not Purdue. Okay. I'm sorry. And Ohio State, Purdue. Yeah. You're going to go the Boilermakers over Ohio State? Whoa, that takes guts. Okay. Number 11, Alabama versus Arkansas. Steve, for the record. Yeah. Okay. Mike? Okay. Diane. Taylor. Right. Taylor. Jimmy. Matt. Roger. And Kevin. Alabama it is. Okay. Moving along. Yeah, we'll do this one, even though it's not ranked, but involves some of our home teams altogether. Rutgers versus Michigan State. And Taylor, since it involves both our teams, I'll start with you. Ooh, I like that. Steve. Mike. Jimmy. Diane. Roger. Well, I like what I'm hearing here, guys. I like it. I like it. Matt. Kevin. David. It's unanimous. Rutgers it is. I like it. I like it. I was surprised. Okay, moving now to the ranked teams again. Oh, that's true. Okay, number 18, Utah versus California. Steve, Mike, Diane, Jimmy. Okay, Matt. David. Okay. Roger and Kevin. I'm going Utah. Okay. Taylor. Okay, that's fine. Penn, yes. Penn State versus UMass. Ugh. Steve. Mike. Diane. Jimmy. Okay. I got you, right, Shower? Yeah. Matt. Matt. Roger. Kevin. Go Lions. Okay, listen carefully to this, guys. This might be the matchup of the week here. Number 7, Washington versus number 8, Oregon. Steve. Matt. Oops. Mike. Diane. Okay. David. David. Okay. Roger and Kevin. I'm going to go against the grain. I'm going to go Washington. If you think I'm nuts, you can ask me that later. Okay. Okay. Number 22, Tennessee versus Texas A&M. Steve. Ooh. Mike. Diane. Jimmy. All right. David. All right. Matt. Roger. Did you say Texas A&M, Taylor? Texas A&M, and Kevin. Yes, they are. Yeah. Remember, guys, we do next week's schedule since this week's schedule. This week's show is already, half the game is already over by the time I go on, so I just jump into next week. Otherwise, I have to go backwards. Now that would make much sense. Now would it? Okay. Okay, got a few more here. I think there's a lot of buys next week, so that's why the list is shorter for top 25. Okay. Number 25, Louisville versus Pittsburgh. Steve. Mike. Diane. Jimmy. Okay. Matt. Roger. Kevin. Taylor. Louisville it is. Okay. Washington State versus Arizona. Steve. Washington State. Okay. David. It's Oregon State, actually. All right. I'm sorry. It's Arizona. It's Arizona, Washington State. I'm sorry, Arizona, Washington State. I take it back. All right. Okay, Diane. Taylor. Jimmy. Matt. Roger. Ooh, okay, and Kevin. I'm gonna go Washington State too. All right. Mike. Okay. UCL. Oh, another good matchup here, guys. Number 9, USC versus number 10, Notre Dame. Oh boy. Steve. All right. Okay, Alex. David. Diane. Taylor. Jimmy. Matt. Okay, Roger. Kevin. I'm gonna go Notre Dame too. Tough one though, guys. Okay, thanks. And we got one more, if I'm not mistaken. Oh yeah, no, two more actually. Oregon State versus UCLA, which is held in the Smog Clears. Steve. Okay, Mike. David. Taylor. All right. Jimmy. All right. Matt. Roger. Kevin. Alex. Okay. I'm gonna go with UCLA anyway. And finally in the top 25. Done. Ooh, or not going. And finally, in the top 25, Duke versus North Carolina State. Steve. Duke, North Carolina State. Sounds like a basketball matchup, but it's football. Mike. He said Duke. Okay. Diane. David. Taylor. Jimmy. Okay, Matt. Okay, who knew I was gonna do that and stole my joke? Who knew? Oh boy. Okay, Roger, Kevin, and Alex. Ooh. Ah. Well, in basketball, I think it'd be a tie for me, but I'm gonna go with Duke here. Okay. So now we'll go to the NFL. We got some buys this week, so the schedule is not as heavy as it was the past couple of weeks. Oops, that's not the right one. So, guys, ready? Good. Okay. Well, for one thing, Chicago did beat Washington 40-20 last on Thursday. I took Washington. Was there anybody else besides me that took Washington over Chicago? Okay. All right. So here we go. Jaguars versus the Bills. Okay, Diane, go ahead. Got to be official. Steve, Mike, Buffalo Bills. All right. Uh, David, Taylor, Jimmy, Matt, Roger, Kevin. Exactly. And Alex. Okay. Oh, okay. I'll go the Bills. And I'm only a Bill anyway. Oh, no. Okay. Texans. I had to get one joke in. Okay. Houston Texans, we have a problem against the Dirty Birds of the Atlanta Falcons. Okay, Steve. All right. Mike, Diane, Jimmy, David, Taylor, Falcons, aka the Dirty Birds. Right. Okay. Roger, Kevin. Oh, Matt. And okay, and Alex, as will I. All right, so moving right along. The Panthers against the Lions. Taylor. Right. Okay. Yes, yes. Okay. Steve. Ah, beautiful, beautiful. Mike, Diane, Jimmy, Matt, Roger, Kevin, Alex. Yeah, I think I heard some. I think I heard a roar. Yeah, no pun intended. So I'm gonna go with the Lions. Oh boy. See what I get myself into now. Okay, Titans versus the Colts. Steve. Ooh. Mike, Diane, Jimmy. All right. Uh, Matt, Roger, Kevin. All right, and Alex. The game is no. The game's is at Indy. Yep. Yep. Okay. All right. And Alex. It was Titans versus the Colts. Right. All right. Taylor, who are you taking? So am I. Okay. Giants, Dolphins. Oh boy. All right. Let's get this one over with. Mike, Diane, Roger, Jimmy, Alex, Steve, Matt. Yeah. All right. Kevin and David. Dolphins. It is. Dolphins. Oh, sorry, Taylor. Yeah, I think it's Dolphins all the way around. Okay. Saints, Patriots. Steve. Yeah. All right. Mike. All right. Diane. Taylor. True. True. Jimmy. Matt. All right. Roger. Kevin. And Alex. Yeah, I think I go with the Saints as well. Okay, so moving along, Ravens, Steelers. Steve, say it again, Steve. Ravens, Steelers. I thought you'd say that. All right, Mike, Diane, Taylor, Jimmy. True. Yes, Jimmy. Okay, Matt, Roger, Kevin, right, and Alex. Quote, quote the Raven nevermore. Okay, Eagles, Rams. Oh, Jimmy. Yeah, 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 yeah. I knew it. Steve. Uh, Mike, Diane. All right. Okay, who else? Okay, Roger, Alex. Okay, Kevin. No, ooh, David. David. Eagles. Uh, did I get everybody on that one or no? Tim. Eagles. It is. Hmm. I wish I didn't have to say that, but I am. Bengals. Cardinals. Steve. Okay. Okay. Mike. Diane. Jimmy. Taylor. David. Matt. True. Roger. Kevin. And Alex. Tough one here. I think I'm gonna go with the Cardinals on this one. Tough choice. I mean, they're both not very good. So yeah. All right. Jets, Broncos. As I mentioned, Broncos have no defense whatsoever, so this could be easy for the Jets. But I'll start with I'll make the predictions here anyway. All right, Mike, Diane, Roger, Jimmy, Alex, Steve, Taylor, Kevin. It could be a tie. We're not saying it's going to be, but it could be. And David. Hot mess, hot mess. Yes. I'm taking the Jets too. Chiefs, Vikings, Steve, Mike, Diane. Right. Taylor, Jimmy, Matt, David, Roger, Ooh, Kevin. The game is being played at Minnesota. Okay. And Alex. Uh, okay. Uh, I'm going to go with the Chiefs. Cowboys, 49ers. Steve, thank you. Mike, Diane. Okay, Taylor, Jimmy, Matt, Roger, Kevin. Ooh, Alex, David. I'm going for the upset. I'm going with my boys. Monday, Packers, Raiders. Steve. All right, Mike, Diane. He said Packers. Okay, Taylor, Jimmy, Matt, Roger, Kevin, and Alex. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, we just had one more. I always like to do this, for the Thursday game. So I'll just do it now. So for Thursday's game, it should be a laugher. The Broncos against the Chiefs. Okay. How many think the Chiefs are going to be the Broncos next Thursday? I know. I think they will. All those in favor? Thank you. Ha ha ha. Okay. Well, I think I had to say our most ridiculous sign of the week was Taylor Swift at the Jets game. How the camera was just, I think hounding her, over and over again, just like, concentrate. We're here to watch the game, guys, not Taylor Swift. Flash herself in front of the camera every 5 minutes. I mean, that was just absurd and ridiculous. We're trying to watch a game here, and all you can concentrate is Taylor Swift. I mean, really, that was what I call excessive, and there was no need for that. I have nothing against Taylor Swift, of course, if not, but showing her just because she's now dating Travis Kelsey or whatever the case may be, no, just a bit much. Sorry. Okay, so it's yeah, I just thought it was ridiculous. Okay, well, I got some pretty tragic stories here. Um, to start off with, I wish I didn't have to do this, but part of the territory. Morgan State canceled their homecoming game after shooting on campus earlier this week. Um, 5 people were injured. University President Dave Wilson announced on Wednesday that Saturday's game against Stony Brook and all other homecoming events and classes were canceled in wake of the shooting. Wilson said in a letter that the community marked the first cancellation of school events in history. Some students were even seen leaving the campus with their suitcases on Wednesday. Wilson said in a letter that we unfortunately find ourselves navigating this tragic event during a time when we should all be celebrating. The next game will be at home against North Carolina Central on October 19th. Baltimore Police Commissioner Richard Worley said at least 2 people opened fire on Tuesday night during a dispute against 2 groups at the university homecoming events, but the victims were not looking at the shooters' intended targets. Early evidence showed that the shooters were only targeting one person who was not one of the victims, said by Worley. All 5 victims, 4 men and 1 woman, were between the ages of 18 and 22 of age, are expected to survive. 4 of them were students. Just an unspeakable tragedy. And, when is it? Enough has got to be enough. You know, Back when we were young, we had arguments, but we didn't go out shooting people. We used our fisticuffs, which I'm not condoning. But, at least we didn't go killing multiple groups of people. I mean, this is just absolutely absurd, and it's just heartbreaking to see. Okay, more sad news, of course, is um, former monster in the Midway linebacker Dick Butkus passed away at the age of 80 on Thursday. He became a Bears legend in his 9-year career that began in 1965. The middle linebacker was a vicious tackler whose intimidating presence put some players on edge even before the ball was even snapped. Don't I know it? In a statement released by the Bears family, they said Butkus passed away at his home in Malibu, California. The Bears play the Commanders on Thursday, and a moment of silence was held before the kickoff. He played in 8 of his 9. He played the Pro Bowl in 8 of his 9 seasons, but had to retire in 1974 as a result of a knee injury. Butkus was a fierce competitor who had helped defy the linebacker position as one of the all-time greats, said Commissioner Roger Goodell. Well, for once we agree. His intuition and toughness made him the model linebacker whose name will be forever linked to the Bears. He finished with 1,020 tackles and 22 interceptions and was elected to the Hall of Fame on first ballot in 1979 and he was named first All-Pro team 5 times and won the George Halas Award in 1974. And I should say, well deserved. And we lost another legend this week, Tim Wakefield, who passed away at the age of 57 this past week. Another shameful, another sad tragedy. Of course, he'll be ever remembered for giving the Game 7 home run to Aaron Boone, as we all know. The Red Sox announced his statement. The Red Sox announced his death in statement, saying he passed away from brain cancer. Wakefield suffered brain cancer, according to former teammate Curt Schilling, who discussed the illness in a podcast last week without his consent. Now, that I think is totally wrong. I think if someone gave you an order of privacy, I think you should respect it and not blast it all over the airwaves. I mean, I never liked Wakefield, but this is a new low even for him. The Red Sox confirmed the illness at the time was not elaborate, saying Wakefield requested privacy. Drafted by the Pirates, Wakefield was first baseman, broke several home run records in college before he switched to pitching, and he mastered the knuckleball. He went on to win 200 games, 186 for the Red Sox, second only behind Roger Clemens, the most for a Red Sox pitcher. I still say, though, that was uncalled for by Wakefield making those comments when he just should have kept his big yap shut. I mean, where's your decency, man? You know, he told you not to say it in public, and you did anyway. You know, that's not right. He will be missed. Not that I'm a Red Sox family means, but just a sad tragedy at such a young age. Okay, so we'll quickly do some sports history moments if I can find anything worthwhile. 1950 World Series, the Yankees beat Philadelphia 5-2 at Yankee Stadium, sweep the series 4-0 for their 13th World Series title. Oh yeah. 1952, Yankees beat the Dodgers 4-2 in Game 7 at Ebbets Field. Okay, my mom's not happy about that. 1972, the Islanders played for the first time at Nassau Coliseum and beat the Atlanta Flames 3-2 before they became Calgary. 1975, MLB Championship, Red Sox beat the A's 3-0. In the National League, the Reds beat the Pirates 3-0. Yeah, remember when the World Series was earlier in October? I do. 1978, Yankees beat the Royals 3-1 to win the AL Championship. In 78, the Dodgers beat the Phillies 3-1 to win the National League Championship. Moving along, 1981, Eastern Division champ, Yankees beat the Brewers 5-3 during the strike year. In 84, the Padres beat the Cubs 3-2 to win the National League Championship. 1984, Walter Payton surpasses Jim Brown as the NFL's career all-time rushing leader. 1986, Steve Yzerman is named captain of the Detroit Wings. And without a title he would hold for over 1,300 games, and well deserved. And won a Stanley Cup with them too. 1988, Lou Piniella is fired as manager of the Yankees for a second time, as if the first time wasn't bad enough. 1989, Rickey Henderson steals a record 8 bases in a playoff series, 5 against the Blue Jays. Oh well. 1992, Tampa Bay Lightning becomes the first expansion team to win a home opener. 1995, the also the Islanders and Bruins play to a 4-4 tie. Yes, folks, once upon a time, there was a tie in hockey. 1985, the Marlins rallied from a 5-0 deficit to force Game 5 division series against the Yankees. Yeah. I know. We lost the last 3 games. Yuck. What can I say? Especially after the dramatic win in Game 2 in the 15th inning on a home run by Jim Leyritz. Ugh. All right, gang. Well, we're just about to wrap it up. So I want to thank everyone for coming in. I especially want to thank Kevin for coming in. I hope you call back. Next week we'll do the NBA preseason team to see how we stack up, how your teams will stack up. The AL and NL championship races will begin that coverage next week, and with NFL and college football prediction as well. And maybe touch some on college football, college basketball as that season starts up too. So on that note, I wish you all a pleasant week and have a good evening. Oh, Liberty. Oh, wait, Liberty. I'm gonna say Liberty in about 3 games. Okay. Oh boy. Just give me a second to get here, guys. Okay. There's something there. You done? Just hang up.